Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Age Weather Forecast here, and welcome back to another video, guys. It is finally Friday, guys. I'm actually very excited to maybe get some rest this weekend. Finally, it's been very, very long and tiring weekend. Yeah, I just can't wait that it's finally Friday, guys. I hope you guys are also excited about Friday sleeping, and yeah. So guys, this will be another update on the PTC 9, so the potential cyclone 9 here. So it's still not really tropical depression yet. It's very confusing. It's not tropical depression, but for some reason it is. They named it potential tropical cyclone 9. So that's still not formed yet, but the chances for it going up have gone up. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot if you guys subscribe. I do daily weather forecasts, so if you want weather forecasts that you can count on, that would be great to subscribe, guys. Also, be sure to like the video, and let's get into the video. So again, here we have PTC 9 right here. Again, potential tropical cyclone here. Has not intensified or really hasn't really been that much different compared to when we saw yesterday. It is still at 25 knots, 30 miles per hour. So again, hasn't weakened, hasn't strengthened or anything. Again, it is about to go over the Bahamas. Again, it won't be a huge threat for the Bahamas, really. Well, it might be a little problem for maybe the Grand Bahamas Islands. Maybe as a tropical storm, but again, guys, definitely won't be as bad as Dorian. And this system may not be as strong as Dorian, but it's actually a very huge threat, though, because it is going to be going over some areas that got hit by Dorian, such as Florida, maybe even Georgia and South Carolina. Again, of course, the Bahamas. The minimal central pressure is at 1,009 millibars, so it has gone up 1 millibars at 1,008 yesterday. But again, not really much to worry about here. It is now having a 90% chance for the next 48 hours. Again, that it did go up 10% yesterday, and no, actually 20% compared to yesterday. And it's now a high percent chance or high chance of occurring with 90% of occurring within the next 5 days. So if it can be from the next 2 to 5 days where we could have this develop. Now we're going to be looking at the satellite imagery here. Again, it's not really that much important. Really, it's not really much to look at. Let me actually look at the let's actually look at a different one right here, the visible radar or satellite imagery, because I just like this one way better. Let's actually get this thing to load a little bit. But again, we're going to be looking at the satellite imagery here from the clouds, so you guys can see what it's looking like right now. You see, is there any movement or anything really? So again, yeah, it's somewhat decently, not big, but it's just not, it's pretty big, basically. But again, it doesn't have any rotation or anything. But here we have the system right here. Let me actually switch to the yellow. So again, here we have the, again, possibility of having the Cyclone 9 right here. PTC 9 right here. Again, we have no vorticity whatsoever. Again, this is not even a depression yet, so you shouldn't really expect a whole lot out of it. We are bring some cloud cover out here for the Bahamas right here. Again, here's Miami, guys, so it's actually not that far away from the Florida areas. Again, it is bringing a lot of cloud cover, though. I'm gonna admit, guys, it really does bring in. It is very, very widespread. Like the cloud cover is actually going all the way into the areas up the coast of Florida. So that's what it is an issue. That's why it was something to look at from the National Hurricane Center. Again, we don't have any rotation whatsoever. We're just seeing it moving to the northwest at 8 miles per hour. We are seeing a whole lot of cloud cover right here. Again, no rotation whatsoever. We're just seeing it just move, a blob of clouds just moving up towards the areas near the Bahamas. So that's what the satellite imagery is looking like right now. Now we're going to be looking at the cone and timing, and this actually has changed a whole lot. There is a possibility, guys, this can become a hurricane. Yes, there's a possibility this can become a hurricane, and yeah, yesterday we went from maybe tropical storm to now possibly even a hurricane. It's not looking like it's going to become a major hurricane, maybe category 1. But again, we have new updates. We do have in the dark blue, we have tropical storm warnings in effect for the Bahamas Islands. So it actually must be, I don't know how it must feel to be in the Bahamas right now with tropical storm warnings right after Dorian. I would actually, because again, this is like 2 weeks after Dorian, and then having tropical storm warnings again, that must be very, very terrifying, seeing another system here that could hit the tropical storm. And thank God it's not going to be a hurricane when it makes landfall on the Bahamas. it is looking like it will dodge Florida like Dorian did. It's actually looking like it's gonna go like a Dorian path kind of. Except Dorian went like this. But again, there's a possibility it's going maybe near the direction of Bermuda. So Bermuda, if you guys are in Bermuda, this might be a system to watch out for. Again, it's very, very far from not all the way to Wednesday. It's not going to be close to Bermuda. Again, it could actually go anywhere at this point. It can go turn like this. It can turn before Bermuda. Again, it can possibly maybe go around Bermuda. So again, if you're Bermuda, I really would not evacuate right now or get water right now. You still have a good half week, about 6, maybe 5 days. We also do have tropical storm watch that affects for the areas for Dorian too, off Florida coast for West Palm Bay, Daytona Beach. We have areas of the islands out here, Florida. Again, we just had those areas of Florida that do have those tropical storm watches. Shouldn't see any hurricane warnings really out anywhere. Again, it looks like it will be doing like a Dorian turn, except moving towards the areas of Bermuda again. And then this is the 4 to 5 day forecast. So again, it could become a hurricane within the next 4 days. And again, it is not looking like it's going to stall like Dorian did. So you shouldn't have to worry about huge flooding threats with this system. The model track guidance has changed a whole lot since yesterday. Again, yesterday we had some models going straight through Florida, going to the Gulf of Mexico, we have some going into Florida like this. Again, the models are actually agreeing a lot better than Dorian did for sure. But again, we do have this system possibly, maybe even missing the Bahamas. This is again where we would see the center of this system. So again, the models are actually showing going way off the coast of Florida, and then possibly going maybe just a couple miles north of Bermuda. Again, it could miss maybe all of the land areas. It could miss the Bahamas, and it could miss the United States, and it could miss Bermuda. But again, model track guidance isn't super important at this point unless it becomes a tropical storm, and it's a lot closer. So again, here we have it at 25 knots right here, or 30 miles per hour. And the model, I actually did not pull up the model intensity guidance. I just realized that. But again, it really has changed a whole lot since yesterday. Yesterday, they only showed maybe a category 1. That was like 1 or 2 models. But boy, have they changed a lot. So again, there is a possibility it becomes a tropical storm within the next 24 to 48 hours. So within tomorrow or maybe even Sunday, we could be seeing tropical storm right here in the Atlantic. And it's not one of these systems where it's just like this in the tropical storm force wind. It's very likely to maybe go straight to a category 1. It's going to be strengthening very, very fast. Again, we have those warm waters off the Florida coast and near the Bahamas right there. If there is a possibility within the next 72 hours to 96 hours, we do have that category 1 status force winds. And then again, same thing. Looks like it goes straight through category 1. Again, there is that possibility for maybe even a category 2 or a category 3. We have one of those models category 4, but that's a little overstepping it right now. I'm not saying it won't become a category 4. I'm just saying that's a little too much to say for a new system right here. But again, we do have about 2 to 3 models showing category 3. So for sure there are signs of it possibly strengthening a whole lot more than we thought. So here we have it, this system right here. Within the next 48 hours, we will be possibly seeing tropical storm force winds. Again, it will bring in some very, very weak tropical storm force winds for the Bahamas. If you're in the Bahamas and worried about if it's going to be bringing in some very strong tropical storm force winds, not really. Again, we're going to be seeing it going up and then like kind of not really stalling, but kind of like staying in a little air for a very short time, not super long like Dorian. It looks like it's like there's something like blocking the United States right here. It's going to be coming into that. It's going to be turning like that. It could potentially get very, very close to Bermuda. It's actually possibly getting to a category 1. It will bring in some tropical storm force winds very close off the coast of the Carolinas. And then this is where we have that possibility of maybe becoming a category 2 hurricane and maybe bringing a threat for the New England area and maybe even Nova Scotia. Now, last thing we're going to be looking at is the GFS radar, and it actually has changed a whole lot compared to yesterday. Yesterday, again, the GFS showed it going to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, it actually has changed a good amount. So again, here we have, sorry guys if you guys hear some noise, we're actually moving some tables, so that's what you're hearing. Again, here we have it on September 14th or tomorrow, bringing in some good amount of rain, some light to moderate rain for Florida. and then by the 15th and the 16th, we should have it going up the coast of Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. GFS is actually showing very, very close to these areas. Again, the model tracks went like this, but it's actually a lot closer. It's actually kind of over land, really, on Savannah and near the areas of Jacksonville. And then by the 17th, that's where it starts to separate from the United States, and we actually have it possibly go straight over Bermuda. That's actually not working. I think not. Okay, that's why. Okay, we could have it go straight over Bermuda, or not straight over, but possibly the eye wall over Bermuda by the 19th if it is a hurricane at that point. And then we have another system in the Atlantic we might have to worry about. Some more invests that are coming in the Atlantic. So for sure, the Atlantic really, really is intensifying. Based on what we're seeing, we're gonna be looking at the total accumulated precip really quick. We are going to actually be seeing a good amount of rain. Not going to lie, we're actually seeing a lot more rain possibly to occur than we thought that the system could be bringing. Possibly maybe 7 to 8 inches for Charleston, and maybe even southern coast of Georgia. So again, we are going to be seeing a good amount of rain for the areas that got affected by Dorian. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and bye guys.